It's so underestimated how quickly your life can change. If deep down you feel like in your life that you were just meant for something more, that this run-of-the-mill life, you clocking in 40 hours a week just to pay your bills and then have no money left over, just isn't the life for you. Like, there's just something inside of you that's telling you, like, this isn't it. There has to be something else because I can't keep doing this for the next 40 years. I used to be a broke college dropout about 10 years ago, and I worked as a bartender. I did all the cliche jobs, right? And kind of choked it up to, this is really what my life is going to amount to, where I'm going to work all these cliche jobs and, be the friend that just didn't really amount to much after high school. I tried to work some 9-to-5 jobs to try and climb the ladder, the entry level ones that didn't require degrees, that paid me like $16 an hour to sit at an office and literally have the soul sucked out of me. And I just knew, I was like, this can't be it, right? This just cannot be it for me. And there's no way that going to school is what's going to change that. And so I started researching things that you can do to generate money without a college degree, right? And trades was obviously one of the big things that came up. But we don't live in a time where trades are the physical, labor-intensive, be-on-location trades anymore. We live in an era where digital trades are a thing, things we can do behind the computer, simple everyday things like bookkeeping, graphic design, social media management. And so for me, I was like, okay, well, if I want to learn one of those trades, I want to learn the one that pays the most. And so that's where I ended up doing media buying, which means I have clients and I run their Meta ads, their TikTok ads, and I do their email marketing. And so I gave myself a self-taught crash course in these skills, self-taught completely online without paying a dime. Then once I learned these skills, I was like, okay, now what do I do? So I had to go out and find clients. And so I went on, platforms like Upwork, LinkedIn, and Indeed, and I hit the ground running to get as many clients as I possibly could. And don't get me wrong, it took a while. Booking clients is very, very hard, and it's not very easy, and it takes a while. You'll hear hundreds, thousands of no's before you hear a single yes. But once you get that yes, it ignites a fire in you, and it switches something in your brain that says, wow, like, I can actually do this. I can make money outside of a job. I can make money outside of going to school. And your brain completely shifts and transforms. And I've just never been the type of person that could sit, be told what to do, when to do it, and have my life controlled. I was a C average student. Like, I couldn't cut it in college. And I obviously couldn't cut it in a 9-to-5. And that's because, like, it's not like I don't like to work. It's just, in that frame, like, I can't do it. It's just deep down, I know it's not for me, and I know that there's something else. And now I, started hitting 10K a month, then I started hitting 30K a month, and now I'm hitting over $100,000 every single month. And it's crazy to think that how fast that happened, right? It was 10 years ago that I started this journey, really. But I'm saying, like, 10 years ago, I was a broke dropout college student bartending with a negative bank account. I lived in a literal shack, and I know people are like, oh, 10 years, that's such a long amount of time. And it really, really isn't. And obviously I didn't know what I was doing, so it took me a lot longer. Had I known what I was doing, it would have happened a lot quicker. But what I'm saying is that wherever you are, and if you're in a place like I was, like working soul-sucking jobs, 16 an hour, 9-to-5s, because I didn't have a degree, and you just know deep down that that's just not for you, there are other options out there. Like, you can do something else, and you don't need anybody telling you, like, oh, you need your job for benefits or, like, your health insurance, because I have all those things. You don't need a job to have those things. You don't need anybody telling you that you need a degree. You got to go back to school if you want to make more money, because it's just not true. So, like, this is your sign that if deep down you feel that there's something missing in your life, and that this life that you're living just isn't enough, and this can't be it, I promise you it's not, and you have other options.